Imagine a man so bold, so fearless, that he dared to defy global superpowers in his pursuit of justice. A leader who dreamed of an Africa that stood tall, free from foreign dominance and driven by self-sufficiency. That man was Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary president, often called Africa's Che Guevara. But for decades, his final resting place was nothing more than an unmarked mass grave. Until now. A memorial is rising in Ouagadougou, designed by one of Africa's most celebrated architects, Francis Kéré, to honor Sankara's legacy. But this is no ordinary tomb. It's a place that embodies Sankara's ideals, a monument of life, gathering, and Pan-African pride. So, what makes this mausoleum special? And why does Thomas Sankara still inspire millions across Africa and beyond? Let's dive in. Sankara led Burkina Faso from 1983 to 1987, a short but transformational period that saw radical reforms. He championed women's rights, reforested vast lands, built schools and hospitals, and rejected foreign aid that came with strings attached. Some of the key changes he introduced were renaming the country from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, meaning Land of Incorruptible People. Launched nationwide literacy programs and vaccination campaigns, reducing child mortality rates drastically. Promoted self-reliance, urging Africans to grow their own food and manufacture their own goods instead of relying on Western imports. And he famously refused to enrich himself, opting to drive a modest Renault 5 instead of a presidential limousine. But his boldness came at a cost. On October 15, 1987, Sankara was assassinated in a coup led by his former ally, Blaise Compaoré, who remained in power for 27 years. For decades, Sankara's grave was unmarked and his memory was suppressed, but his ideas never died. Today, under President Ibrahim Traoré, Sankara is officially recognized as Burkina Faso's first national hero, and now he is getting a final resting place worthy of his vision. Through Burkina Faso's own Francis Kéré, the first African to win the prestigious Pritzker Architecture Prize, the Thomas Sankara Memorial is set to come to life. Kéré, who once built a school for his village before building his own family home, understands Sankara's philosophy of prioritizing the people. His vision, not a place of death and suffering, but a monument of vitality, gathering, and learning. The memorial site spans 35 acres, incorporating a green space for students, weddings, and cultural events. At its heart, the mausoleum stands as an oval structure shaped like an eye, symbolizing vision and vigilance. An 87-meter-high tower will serve as an urban landmark, ensuring Sankara's memory stands tall over Ouagadougou. The building where Sankara and 12 of his aides were murdered has been preserved, surrounded by water as a silent witness to history. But what makes this structure truly unique isn't just its symbolism, it's the way it's built. Kéré's designs always pay tribute to Africa's natural resources, and this project is no different. The entire mausoleum is constructed from laterite and earth, materials that are abundant in Burkina Faso. These materials are not just symbolic of Sankara's belief in local production, they also serve a practical purpose: natural cooling. Just like traditional clay water jars, the walls absorb heat during the day and release cool air at night, eliminating the need for air conditioning. The orange-hued laterite bricks are sourced from Kaya, a city 100 kilometers away, supporting local economies instead of foreign cement companies. Every worker on site learns something new, whether it's identifying the right type of soil or cutting bricks with precision. This approach aligns with Sankara's ethos. Development must empower the people, not just the elite. Inside the mausoleum, visitors will experience a journey through history. Light filters in through small openings, creating a serene atmosphere inspired by ancient Egyptian tombs. Visitors enter from one side and exit the other, symbolizing Sankara's journey and impact. The tombs of the 12 fallen aides lie at the lower level, encased in concrete, marking their ultimate sacrifice. The only request Kéré received? make Sankara's tomb slightly larger than the others, a subtle yet powerful tribute to the leader who gave everything for his people. For decades, Sankara's story was silenced, but in 2014, during the revolution that ousted Blaise Compaoré, his name returned to the streets. Today, Burkina Faso honors him in ways once unthinkable. Boulevard Charles de Gaulle has been renamed Thomas Sankara Boulevard. His body has been reburied with dignity in the new mausoleum. These acts of preservation ensure that the next generation is learning his story, no longer erased from history books. In an interview, Kéré mentioned that he recalled meeting Sankara in Fada Ngorma as a young student, where he nervously asked the president, "What does the revolution mean to you? And what should we, as young people, do after our studies?" 40 years later, Kéré now builds the very place where Sankara will be remembered forever. That is the power of history. That is the power of architecture. Thomas Sankara once said, "While revolutionaries as individuals can be murdered, you cannot kill ideas." And now, his ideas of self-reliance, justice, and Pan-African unity are immortalized in stone and earth. This is more than a memorial. It is a beacon of hope, a place of learning, and a sanctuary for those who dare to dream of a better Africa. So, what do you think? Does Africa need more heroes like Thomas Sankara? And will this memorial truly honor his legacy, or is there more to be done? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this story powerful, subscribe for more deep dives into Africa's untold histories. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and never stop learning.